Hey everyone, welcome to RS Craftworks, and today is the second video in the Great Guitar Build-Off, depending if I'm actually organising this properly, and we will be getting on with more of the neck construction, neck and body construction really. So I've already got a couple of pieces done up here. This is all out of sequence, by the way, and yeah, so let's just get on with it. I've got nothing else to say. Why do I need to talk more? Hey everyone, so the weird thing I was mentioning in the last video, depending how this current video is going, I have no idea. This is one of the footages I'm filming behind the scenes there for you. This is the weird thing I've done. Better to show you this side. So you can see there I've got a bit of an angle going, and I decided to do this because I thought it would be a little bit more interesting than just having a straight normal laminated neck. Now the neck is here. I don't know if this is the first time I'm showing this to you. Came out all right. Put it through the Triton power planer and it's come up a treat. Look at that flame. Good Lord, that's spectacular stuff. But yeah, so the width of the middle will, if I can wheel this correctly, match. And that should make, hopefully, when I connect this to the body, this will be the body side of things, it should make a nice pattern when I carve through it. Should. That's the plan at least. Whether it happens or not, we will find out. But that is the idea with that. So, on with the next part of the build, I say. I'm trying out new angles and new tripods. Anyway, my setup here, I have this, I'm not sure what this used to be. Splashback for a kitchen maybe, but it was lying in a house and I thought, I'm nabbing that. Now, good thing about this is it is pretty flat, which means I can use it as a reference and also for leveling stuff. This is how I got my very smooth edges on here. And also I flattened the flat sides of these as well. So the plan for me here is to clamp these down onto the glass plate so that it stays as flat as it possibly can, so I don't have to level it too much on this side. I don't really want to touch this face because that is just about matching with my neck blank, and if I level it anymore it will no longer match. It will still be interesting, but it won't be as what I envision, so I'll try my best to keep it flat. And yeah, this time instead of just gluing everything at once, because that was a hassle, I've super glued the black veneer straight to the angled piece, especially because it's angled. I didn't want to deal with 5 pieces of wood. Instead, I've just got 3 pieces of wood, so that's the idea. Now I've just got to try and get this glued up. Hopefully that made sense to anybody. Let me know if it doesn't. Right, hey everyone. So I haven't just unclamped this. I have done quite a bit to this. I've planed this side flat, and I've sort of leveled this off a little bit. Now, unfortunately, the piece of glass that I was using to keep this level, I overcranked it at one point, and it was metal to glass. So yeah, you probably guessed what happened there. So unfortunately it did sort of slip a little bit. This side ended up coming up a little bit more, but one side of it did stay completely flat. So what I did was I planed from inwards to the flat spot and tried to keep everything as even as possible, just so, because I didn't want this to go any thinner than it already is. So that happened to work out in my favour, but if you're going to use glass in any sort of capacity in the workshop, do be careful out there. Don't clamp stuff to it. It's silly. I should have thought of that beforehand, but I've learned my lesson now. Hopefully, probably make the same mistake in future, but try not to. So I've got the angle that I need, and I've got the flatness that I want. Next step is to, I'll just mosey this down. If I can somehow show, I've got to align the veneers and the actual piece together like that. It looks a bit off, but when you actually look at it from the center, it is level. And then do the same on the back side and clamp it in place. I'll probably, because I think I'm going to be cutting off the excess off the tail end here. So what I'll do is I'll use 2 dowels to keep this as aligned as possible when clamping up this time. No glass involved. And hopefully I should be able to make the interesting carving that I was hoping I could get. So let's get to gluing this up, I guess. I've decided to actually film this sequence of the gluing. Now I've already done a dry test, so I know these fit. They do fit well. I've aligned everything. Everything looks good on my by eye. Let's just get glue to surface now, shall we? Well, I've not organised any of this, have I? There's the glue spreader. Secret ingredient. Will I actually do it properly? Who knows? Okay. How does a man look so smooth when he does this? I look like I'm doing a T-Rex impression. That was a bad idea. Alright, you have to stay where you are. Alright, let's see if I remember how to do this. Hello. So, there's been a few things that's happened since the last time I filmed something. So, I glued the extra piece to the net blank, as you can see there. You could tell because both bits of maple have slightly different colouring, but it matches quite nicely. What I've done is I've planed it down. You can see it's an awful lot narrower than it used to be. And that's because every time I tried to get a straight line, it kept getting narrower and narrower and narrower. So I eventually decided enough's enough. I need to stop here. And I've been using the old beast here, the number 7. And a big tip when dealing with flamed maple, if you've never heard of Crimson Guitars for some reason, or any other guitar maker out there that's much more qualified than me to be talking about this, low angle plane, low angle jack plane. That is what you want for highly figured woods. That keeps it nice and smooth without it spelching out and looking like a den of thorns. So I did a lot of that, a lot of it by hand. I didn't use any machinery because power tools are not agreeing with me these days. But yeah, I basically jointed these two bits together, and that's the next step. Start gluing these bits together. So let's get on with it, I say, if I can reach. Hello, I've unclamped this now. It's been unclamped for a day actually, but this is all put together. It's nice and solid. There's no gaps in any of the joints, which I'm happy about because that's usually what happens when I glue stuff up. But it's all looking very nice right now. Heavy as hell, big and blocky, a lot of carving to do, and still the wax seal on these body blanks, but not on the joints thankfully. And yeah, now it's just an awful bunch of carving and getting everything looking good now. But that'll be it for this video. Hopefully you'll keep up with me in this series. I've only done 2 videos so far, but I promise I'll be getting more out and about once I learn how to edit properly, a little bit more satisfactory as well. But yeah, next stage is going to be I guess carving. Carving's basically the main thing. I've got to install the truss rod, cut the slot, cut the headstock shape. That's going to be difficult now that I've done all this planning. But yeah, basically it's going to be an awful lot of carving, which is my favorite part, honestly. So catch you in the next one. If you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe if you are enjoying these videos. Check out all the other competitors. There's lots of great stuff coming out right now, and there's an awful lot more content out there that's for you to watch as well. And follow me on Instagram if you'd like, at @RSCraftworks, at @RS_Craftworks, if I can actually promote that correctly. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care of yourselves.